カノンにバトラの救出が可能。エリカ封印後に窓を出て客室のバトラ君と入れ替わり、チェーンロックを閉めてクローゼットに隠れた。
Ooh, ooh. Oh yeah, Delana was waiting for it too. Oh, Gap's about to get murked, isn't she? She's getting too arrogant with it. She's attacking and she's about to get murked.
不可能です。窓も封印を維持しています。無論ロジックエラー時にです。
Gap's rapid reverse roundhouse that followed her blue wedge crossed with Delana's red longsword, and both pointed at the other's throat. The once peaceful mood of the wedding broke apart. Several goat guests whispered to each other, wondering why those two seemed to be fighting.
何よ、どうしてもったいぶったのよ。
やがてその思考にベアトリーチェが気づき、それを救出の鍵として婚礼に乱入してくるだろうと思っていました。
Oh.
汚いやつだわ。
Hell yeah, she does. Smell a
あ
little
んた
homie.
らわざと窓を疑わせてベアトを誘い出して。
Duh.
花嫁を警護する人間として当然のことです。これで満足ですか？魔界式の婚儀は実に下品で野蛮では失礼。
おっと、あんたが言った窓の封印はカノンの糸。じゃあ隣部屋の窓はどうなの？あんたはカノンの救出の隣部屋の人間の可能性は？
しつこいお人です。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
ご無礼お詫びするで本式典警備役のシエスタ氏、失礼ながらご両名の招待状と受輪を拝見します。
ドラノルエ花嫁側参列招待状と受領並びに花嫁警護役の証明書。ノックス主席殿と確認しました。バトラ
And
教の
somehow
婚儀を
Gap's
よう
getting
こそ
thrown out.
歓迎いたします。
ガープよ、花婿側招待状といけない。
Ah, crap.
受付受領員がないに。
ダイレクトにここに来ちゃったから受付。へえ、受領員まだなの。あなたはこんな時にどうしてまた。
ガープ様、失礼ながら別室へご同行願います。
Ooh.
待ちなさいよ、私の青き真実に答えなさいよ。
天界大法院の見解をご希望でしたら法院規定にし。
近景窓口は平日10時から17時までと知り、12時から1時間15分の昼休み。
近景申請書には修正液20号線は一切認められぬものと知りたてま。
某イベントの申込書もそれがあると落ちるって噂があるに。都市伝説です。多分本件、
Okay.
青き真実を口頭での正式な申請が受理されるまで保留とし、重複申請を禁じます。
わけわかんない。私の青き真実に答えるの？答えないっての？
月曜日にご申請いただければ来月末頃に重複申請は禁じられていますので、たった今あなたが口にされた青き真実は
Oh,
本
Jesus.
婚儀では使用不可
Of
とし
course,
ます。
there's gotta be some bullshit like, oh, well, see, you used it already, and now you can't use it again.
根拠法令大法院事務規則第214条の15。
近景ロジックエラー時に隣部屋の窓の封印が暴かれていたことを理由とする青き真実の使用を禁じるものと知りたまえ。
近景謹んでも障害の青き真実への回答義務は発生しないものと知りたてまつれ。
Okay, so Gap just dug him in a digger hole. In a bigger hole. Dug themselves in a bigger hole. There we go, that's what I was trying to say.
今日ものちょっと話しなさいよ、ウサギ核弾。
Just her sisters led Gap away. Just when she thought she'd reached the core, they had underhandedly refused to respond. However, this is a big clue. Yeah, it is. There's a chance the window seals on the next room over have been broken. In other words, it might be possible for Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, or Nanjo to save Badler, which is the group I was looking at. And yet just now, that move was sealed away. The use of any blue based on the window seals in the next room over might have been broken, has been prevented. It's now impossible to claim that the 5 who could have saved Badler were the ones who did it.
何？卑怯だわ。それが窓だけ封印の維持を証明していないのは。でも青き真実に使えないなんて。ああ、ワッフェザリーヌはどうせ自分だけ答えに気づいてて。すまぬな。私もこれには困った。ちょっと何を言い出すのよ。私も隣部屋の窓がしかしながらそれを反論に使えぬと。これって重大なだって正解が言えないクイズなんてこれ向こう側のロジックエラーじゃないの？それがロジックエラーにならないからこうして物語が続いているとも受け取れる。つまり隣部屋の窓と全く無関係な他の答えがあるってこと？あるいは窓の話をせずに隣部屋の5人の誰かが助けに来られたことを説明するか。
It's gotta be one of those 5, but your basis for the argument can't be the windows. Okay.
窓の話をしないってことは窓をそれでは隣部屋だって密室と変わる。だから私もこのおかしな封印宣言のせいでおそらくだが。おそらく何？八百万を束ねて超えるっていうあんたの知能なら答えはない。ないって何？
は？
隣部屋の窓以外に出口はにもかかわらず隣部屋のこの密室を解く答えはないならどうなるの？答えがない以上説明義務を求められているプレイヤーが敗北するの。それってつまり今のドラノールの宣言はチェックメイトってことじゃない。いや、しかしその手は二度と使えぬ手だ。そしてそれはベアトの心臓の一部でもある。この物語の最大の謎の一つってそうだ。それを使えば
Feathering sighed deeply. It was something she hadn't done once before now. I see. So as long as this tale has been, it is finally time for the curtain to close, exposing the answer to this riddle. Okay, means the same as finally killing Beato. Right. But perhaps Badler is the only one qualified to make that decision. If he weaves such a tale as the Game Master, no one will be able to stop it now. The greatest riddle of this tale will probably be revealed very soon. Okay. Cool. Do that. A deep sound reverberated through the cathedral. It was the sound of the several dozen Chister sisters, Imperial Guards, members of the Honor Guard, who stood in a line across the cathedral and stamped their heels in unison. It brought about total silence even before the demons running the ceremony spoke.
ああ、どうか静粛に参列のご来賓諸見よ。
領主にして無限の魔術師であらせられるバトラ教と真実
Zephyr and
の魔
Fufu
女
had
であら
appeared
せ
in
ら
the
れ
center
る
of the
エリカ
cathedral.
教の婚儀に
Having been invited to host a wedding was a great honor. I'm digging the song. Though they had asked for silence, the attendants who packed the cathedral welcomed the two demons with an enormous applause.
ゼパルたちではありませんってベアト。
もうこの会場に紛れ込んでいるかもしれませんな。
They searched for Beato in the crowd of several hundred people, but they couldn't find her anywhere.
ベアトはバトラ君を救う方法を
ゼパルとフルフルの力を得られたなら、あの方々の力を得て成し遂げられる奇
Dang it,
跡を。
song.
もしも得られなかった。
それでは新郎新婦の入場を迎
Always a comeback. There's gotta be a comeback.
どうか二人の門出を祝ってほしい。
いでよ新郎新婦、墓場まで逃れられぬ婚姻という名の束縛の道を歩まれん。
big doors in the back of the cathedral slowly opened. And then, the Territory Lord and his beautiful bride came into view. Arm in arm, the pair slowly began to walk down the path to the grave, lined with red carpet. The Chester honor guard stood at attention along either side of that path, raised their adorned bayonets with mechanical precision, and made sure that no evil could block the path the pair walked down. Chester sisters that weren't part of the honor guard were stationed all over the cathedral, hiding behind pillars and the like, keeping an eye out for any intruders.
00より45、410異常ないか。
天井狙撃手異常ないに。
410 and 45 were on top of a massive chandelier hanging from the cathedral ceiling. Several other sniper pairs could be seen stationed on top of other chandeliers. This seemingly festive cathedral was actually being heavily guarded in places that the attendants wouldn't notice.
現在ベアトリーチェ教と疑わしき参列者36襲撃可能地帯の131名を同時捕捉監視中。
警戒を怠るな。必ずベアトリーチェ教は今儀を襲撃するはずだ。
God, I hope
嫁
so.
を奪いに襲撃なんて燃える。410嫁じゃないです。婿で嫁で合ってるに。
The Chester sniper teams on the chandeliers used super high efficiency observers to track the movements of the several hundred attendants. If any one of those made any suspicious movements, the Chesters would be given permission to fire immediately. One on that chandelier is Chester 127. That overkilling monster sniper could pulverize a human target from 2 kilometers away. One on the chandelier across from that is Chester 20. Her firing rate is 6,000 shots per minute. However, she's using a portable magazine this time, so 2 seconds is all it'll take for her to use up her ammo. Lazy bum can barely do her job for 2 seconds. Yeah. Slowly, making a show of it, the two walk down the red carpet path. Yeah, nah, take your time. Take your time. Gives us more time to think. And by us, I mean Beato. Valor's eyes were blank. If you look closely, you could probably tell that Etika was dragging him by the arm she held. In other words, they weren't walking together. This was a ceremony for Etika to show off to everyone that this man belonged to her. Behind the bride and groom walked the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, who had long, ceremonial arms in the shape of the one-winged eagle.
バトラのバカ。これだから無能と言われるのよ。ベアトリーチェ様のお心の痛みが。バカバトラーがロジックエラーなんてバカバカバカ。
ベアトリーチェ様が平にこの婚儀を見過ごすわけがない。
当然よ。ベアトリーチェ様は強欲。自分のおもちゃをみすみす必ずおいでになる。ジュエリー。
Yeah, that's exactly what I was waiting for. They're all like, yo, showing off the different sins that they represent. They're like, ah, yes, Beatrice is greedy. No, she will not fall to sloth. And Satan's getting all angry and shit. And then I was just waiting for Beals to show up and just be like, man, I'm fucking hungry.
私も早く花嫁衣装着たい。
Braincastle and Lambda Delta were in the nobles' seating on the balcony. They were sipping some bizarre carbonated cocktails as they looked down upon the show.
素敵な花嫁衣装いいわね、こういうの。
前座よ。こんな。
ひどいわね。どっちのイベントが真打ちなのよ。まさかベルン本気でベアトが来る。あんたも知っての通りバトラの密室は完璧。ベアトに勝てる道理なんてな。そうでしょ。
あんたも聞いてるでしょ。隣部屋の窓は封印をドラノールがそれを一応は封じたようだけど、概念否定をしただけでまた窓から飛び出すわよ。片翼のわしとやらが。
かけない？
ベアトが来るかに。
絶対来るにかける。
Oh.
奇跡的に来るにかける。
Oh.
生理。
The Witch of Certainty and the Witch of Miracles were both sure that Beato would come. However, they were very interested in exactly how she would break the closed room and take Badler back.
あんたは裏から見たから知ってるんでしょ。トリック。
一応ね。でもエリカが頑張りまくっちゃったからもう私にもさっぱりよ。
嘘つき。あんたは
はきっともう気づいてあるんでしょ。バトラーを救うトリックが。
あるわ。でも難しいわ。
その手を使うとベアそうでし
なんだ分かってるじゃない。
ょ。ねえ、賭けを変えない？
何に？
勝つのはベアとか。
あんたがエリカにかけるって言うならいいわよ。
乗るわ。
お、エリカにかける勝ち目の根拠は？
もしそのトリックがゲームマスターのバトラーはそれをだから勝てない。おそらく引き分けよ。ケムに巻いてうまく逃げるに決まってるわ。
バトラーはベアとお安らかに眠それはベル甘いわ。
The bet was made. Oh, I'm fucking into it now. Let's go. Based on the assumption of that certain miracle, that Beato would come. Let's go. Virgilia, who was standing in the front row, tried to call out as soon as Badler walked by. She tried to tell him that the window sill in the next room over hadn't been checked, hoping this would give him a hint. However, she had been marked perfectly. The instant she tried to lean forward, the two Chester sisters right behind her grabbed her arms. Powerful force told her that she wouldn't be able to move even a step forward. Trapped, she was forced to stand there and watch as Badler walked past.
バトラー。
彼は今もたった一人。しかしあの密室は誰かが助けに来なけれ
あの子が助けに来なければバトラー君は出ら
ば密室の鍵さえあれば必ずそのお嬢様、あなたの人生にはきっと。しかしどうかあなたならきっとできます。このロノそれを疑いません。
Let's fucking go. The bride and groom's procession slowly advanced down the path to the grave and reached the altar. Though walking slowly was ceremonious and proper etiquette, it was also tiring. Attica glanced over at Badler. Of course, his eyes were blank. His heart was still inside that closed room. Once more, the sound of the Chester honor guard stamping their heels rang out loudly. Silence returned to the cathedral again. Now the wedding ceremony would finally begin.
人は愛のために生きるのです。すなわち今日あなた方は生まれてきた意味を目的を成し遂げた。
生きる力、今日という日の輝きがどうかお二人を永遠に祝福しますよ。
さあ愛し合う二人を愛の制約を物言えぬ夫に代わりて
妻は二人を代表して制約を。バトラはエリカを、エリカはバトラを、健やかな日もやめる日も支え。聞こえませんよ。バト文句があるならもっとはっきり大きな声で言う。それ以上の文句が終わり、まずはロジックエラーの密室からお出に。安心して、その日まで
二人の愛の制約を聞きました。ああ、誓いよ永遠なれ。
The thunderous applause celebrated their marriage of subordination. After the oath, they would symbolize the bond. It was the exchanging of the rings. The Territory Lord's ring, with the one-winged eagle engraved on it that sat on Badler's finger, would become Attica's. By this, she would become the ruler of this game board, and in exchange, Badler's finger would be given a diamond ring that Attica had prepared. At a glance, it just looked like a ring adorned by a large diamond. However, this cursed ring would force Badler into eternal subservience and mark him as another's property.
さあ二人は指輪の交換を。
身動きできぬ夫の指を妻はどうか支えてあげて。
Attica respectfully took Badler's right hand, and slowly pulled off the Territory Lord's ring that had been on his ring finger. Okay, but I'm looking at this image, and homie, that's his left hand. Either the artists got the wrong notes, or the script got messed up in translation, but that ain't homie's right hand. That's definitely dude's left hand. That was the ring Beato had entrusted him with. Etika stole it away.
これがあの女それを私みたいな女に奪われるのって
Go to hell. Yeah, my man.
聞こえません。もう一度お願いしなんだそれならご安心をバトラさん
Etika pressed her lips up against Battler's earlobe, as if biting it, and told him where they were.
ここが
Then slowly, she took Beato's ring, which she had stolen from Battler, and slipped it onto her own left hand.
では花江、続いてあなたの指を。
すごい指輪ね彼を永遠に逃がさないこれ特注ですから
Even Battler's blank eyes could see the diamond ring Etika held. It was like Etika herself. On the outside it shone beautifully and possessed an absolute hardness that would bend to no one's will. And on the inside, to symbolize never letting go of the prey it had latched onto, it had 8 sharp thorns poking inwards. If they had been growing out of the outer side, it would have looked like the collar of a guard dog from hell. However, whoever heard of putting those on the inside, by twisting the diamond, those thorns could slide in or out. In other words, if you twisted it after thrusting the finger inside, the inward-facing thorns would bite down, never releasing until the end of time. Then, even his soul would be trapped, and his body, mind, and soul would be forced to serve Etika for all eternity. Come on. Who the hell would wear a ring like that? He couldn't even finish speaking that simple phrase. And furthermore, those awkward words were the only way he could resist. She raised Battler's left hand and stroked his finger as if tasting it. Come on, where is it? You know it's gotta be like the last split second where she comes in with the I object. Come on. Etika pressed the ring of subordination against the tip of his finger, but before she can twist the diamond right, if a ring is made to fit too tightly, it can be painful and hard to take off. However, this ring was never intended to be removed for life anyway, so its inner band had been mercilessly narrowed. Even without the thorns, forcing a small ring like this on would hurt.
この指輪はあなたの身も心そしてあなたは永遠に生きたに死ぬことも許しません私に永遠に怪我私が勝利の美酒の味を忘れるたび何度も舌が噛めるなら今のうちにと指輪が通ればそれすらもできなくなりますから
Battler didn't even have the strength to bite his tongue. Even if he had, he didn't want to give up before finding a way to escape the closed room. So he couldn't kill himself. However, if he accepted the ring, he would never be able to even think about escaping from the room, much less commit suicide. Come on.
ダメですほら指入れますよ
Oh, come on. Damn it, no! It wasn't just the pain of having his finger forced through the tight ring. The curse of the ring fiercely tormented Battler's body from the inside. That pain would always torment Battler. But fortunately, the power of the ring even stole away the heart that could understand that pain. Etika kept screwing that 2 small demon's ring on. With an obscene laugh, Etika let a silver thread drip from her mouth and soaked the finger and the ring. Ugh.
力を抜いてく一気に奥まで入れちゃいますから
I mean, I have to, but,
無駄な抵抗なんかしないでください抵抗しない方が痛くないですよ
oh god.
ほら胸
God damn. Stop saying all these things. Just spit on it and it'll slide right in. Slowly, Balor's finger went deeper through the ring. He was pushed through the iron ring of pain and humiliation, which would never be removed again. Come on.
ほら見てください。一番奥まで入りましたよ。
You're doing this on purpose, I fucking know you are. All the way into the base. The demon's ring tightened around the finger, so much that it seemed the finger would snap off along with the bone. But Balor's hazy expression of anguish really described how unbearable this filthy pain was.
さあ、一番奥まで入れたまま。これでもうあなたは
And right now,
私のもの。
Erica touched the ring's diamond knob. If she twisted it, the thorns would bite in and never let go again. And that's when... Come on!
いいですよ。許してください。エリカ様って言えたら。お許しください。生涯を犬として扱われ、首輪につながれて生き、そう言えたら、この指輪だけは許してあげます。
She's dragging this out, which, like, you know, obviously makes sense because she wants to savor it and enjoy it, but, like, you're just giving Beato more time.
はい、よく聞こえませんよ。あなたをこんな目に遭わ
ベアトの指輪を怪我したお前を俺は絶対許さねえ。
Though Balor's eyes had supposedly been forced into a muddled condition, they appeared strong for just an instant. However, it really was only for an instant. Balor had used up the last of his fleeting resistance just to say those words. In his dim consciousness, he had even bitten his own tongue to stay alert, so that he could say those words of resistance until the very end.
やはりあなたは飼いならせない犬でもそこがいい。
Erika smiled, and she turned the diamond. No! That instant, Balor let out a voiceless scream and threw his head back. His howl had no voice and could be heard by no one. However, it still rang out throughout the cathedral. Oh, are you shitting me? We're just gonna, like, okay, now moving on. You motherfuckers, I hate it when you do this shit. Oh, I hate this. Like, oh yeah, you want to see what happens next, huh? Too bad. We're going elsewhere. Fuck you. Like, god damn it. Like, yeah, we're gonna cut back to Beato, or no, the duel, right? The Shannon Cannon duel. But we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna be all invested in what's going on here. They're like, okay, now that you're invested in what's going on here, fuck you, we're going back over here. Oh, I hate this.